My friends, hello! Look at this beautiful screen. This means that we are going to be starting a new run in the very, very early versions of Spaced Out, which is Oxygen Not Included's new downloadable content, which just dropped today. I should also warn everybody that early access definitely means that a lot of this is going to change over time. So things that we see in this video are very likely to not exist once the game gets into more later stages of development. So that's just the nature of early access, so there's probably going to also be some broken stuff, some weird stuff, but that's fine. And I have not touched this at all. This is the only screen I have seen so far. So this whole series is just going to be me playing through my first time in Spaced Out. I don't really know much about this. I know the general overview of it and the general ideas behind it, but outside of that, I've really not seen anything. So this is going to be kind of my first impressions of it, and I'll play through an entire run. And once again, my runs that I do on this channel are always going to be either we win or we lose, and one of those two things is going to happen. So, yeah, once we either win or we die, we'll get there, and then that'll be the end of the series. But yeah, let's learn. Let's have some fun. So I'm just going to start up a new game. We obviously want to do survival. We don't want to do any of this no sweat business. Whoa. Swampy cluster. Is this okay, so I know that... Oh, is this the only option that I have? Yeah. Okay, so this is the only option. So, from what I understand, in the descriptions... And by the way, I'm going to keep my seed here. I don't know what seed this is, so we might as well just randomize it a few times. So if you want to play through at the same pace, this may be a good opportunity for us to kind of play together and kind of share tips and share information about what's going on. From what I understand, this is your main starting asteroid, and these are all, other asteroids that you could set up on later. That's kind of the whole idea behind a lot of this expansion, is that you can set up more than one base at a time. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think that it means that you will have to travel in order to survive, and that will be pretty cool if we get to that point. And there's a list of stuff down here. I don't know what any of this means. So it looks like this one's a more basic asteroid. Looks like this one's more oil focused. This one's definitely cold. Marshland, I don't know what that is. Oh, slime mold, algae, air quality, disease risk, interesting. And rich veins of niobium. I think this is supposed to be a radioactive asteroid. I've heard some stuff about that. I don't know if that's actually true. And then what we're starting on is a wealth of resources will need to be refined to produce useful fuel and building materials. So we're going to see a lot of new stuff here. I don't know what is about to happen. So like usual, let's just go ahead and start. Got junk coming out of the middle here. Temporal tear. I always thought that this looked like a bone, like the end of a bone. But I guess now that I can see a little bit more of it, and this console's a little smaller, it's kind of stops. Okay, plant murderer. Huh. Undigging. Couldn't dig themselves out of a paper bag. These are definitely new. I don't know how much I'm going to re-roll these, because I don't usually care that much, but let's just mess around in here for a little bit. We got increased ranching here, or husbandry, I guess is what it's called. Can't cook. Increased construction. Interesting. Building impaired. Alright. Shriveled taste buds. Rocketry. Huh. Some of these are probably just going to be renamed, but plus 10. Man. If we can get some more of these for, researchers and stuff. I guess this is a researcher. Might as well do this. Can't do doctoring errands. I don't know if this is going to matter a lot, whereas I've been very casual about doctoring in the past, so... I don't know. Let's go with this guy. Mason. Alright, we need him to be a researcher, obviously. We also need to get a miner and a builder, so let's grab our builder first. Super hard digging. Oh, it starts with the skill. That's pretty cool. Increased air consumption rate? Nah. Critter aversion? That's fine. Wow, good agriculture, but bad ranching. That's not very good. Plant murderer? Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. Okay, I think this is exactly what I want. +3 construction and can't do cooking errands. I don't really care about that, so that's a great dupe to start with. We grab a miner here. Irritable bowel, I really don't care about that much. Caregiver, maybe. I kind of want someone to specialize a little bit harder in mining, just in case it matters more. Let's get somebody that... Okay, here we go. This isn't bad. Plant murderer. Huh. Minus 30% farmer's touch. Probably shouldn't do that. Can't build. Definitely don't want someone like that. Check out these traits. Increased medicine and decreased medicine. Yeah. Let's go with that. Feta the Evil. Alright, you are a miner. And you... Not Rachel. We need a better name than that. Truck is okay. Dar. Alright, Business Nazim. Let's go with that. You are a builder. Okie dokie. What are we going to call this? I don't really have any ideas. I should probably prepare for this a little bit more. Yeah, let's just randomize until we get something cool. Creator. Sneezing Space Rock. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's go with that. And here we are. This looks very new. Okay. I'm just going to poke around here a little bit. Whoa, polluted dirt. And only polluted water. There's a lot of polluted water. Not much regular water. There's some there. What is this? Mellow mallow. Oh, it's just a regular plant. A bog bucket? What does this produce? Has to be in darkness. Produces bog jellies. Huh. I've heard a little bit about these guys only because people have been talking about how this is a new power source, so... They generate electrical power at night. Can be harnessed by leaving exposed wire near the area where they like to sleep. Huh. You can wrangle them, so that's kind of cool. And they excrete hydrogen. What? These things are crazy. Now I get all the hype behind this. Okay, let's figure out what our new UI is. Diagnostics. Don't know what this is. Oh, this just might mean information about what's been going on. Yeah. Resources. Yeah, we've got plenty of that. Huh. Yeah, I'm very overwhelmed, so we're just going to learn this. A cobalt ore. Okay, it's probably just new metal ore. Polluted dirt, though. That's so much polluted dirt. I also wonder if that is supposed to be your oxygen source to start off, which is interesting because we've been playing a lot of games in which we've been producing polluted oxygen almost exclusively for a lot of the runs, so it's almost like they're encouraging it now, which means that this is going to get very germy, which means I'm going to need to get my research going for things that deal with germs pretty soon, or at least deal with polluted... Ooh, what was that? Oh, it tells me the number of tiles in bigger text. I'm so happy about that. All right. There's a lot to focus on. Let's just get started. So I'm going to start digging out like this, like I normally do. We're going to start planning out our ladders. We're going to turn this up to high speed. Oh, it looks like there's population limits now, which is interesting. They have yucky lungs. Oh, it looks like they breathe more heavily if they breathe in any polluted oxygen. That's pretty cool. What? I guess I can move this now. That's kind of cool. The funny thing is that if you ever were to accidentally do that, you can actually melt this. You just kind of don't get it back in the base version, as far as I know. So that's kind of interesting that they had that. I don't want to mess around with this water too badly, though. It spawned in kind of an unfortunate spot. We should have oxygen for quite a while, so this will be interesting from all this polluted dirt that's going to be coming out. This is a lot of polluted dirt, too. And there's new animations here to put off polluted oxygen, so that's kind of cool, too. This is going to be kind of interesting, managing all this water. Whoa, I spawned right next to an ice biome. Is this, Okay, this is really different so far. I'm, like, surrounded by it. Almost. Yeah, I'm like, there's, like, a ice biome, like, surrounding the whole thing. Okay. Oh, I've already made a mess. Oh my god, this is a terrible start. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, man. What am I doing? This is so bad already. Oh, oh man. Well, this is what we get for learning. Our whole base is now covered in polluted water. Okay, great start. Really well done by me. This is fantastic. Well, I guess we gotta find a way to deal with this. Alright, I'm just gonna start pouring it all into this pit as much as I can. I guess I'll start building a ladder down here and try to get this other water in here. I'm just gonna mix them together because this is already a mess. And whatever. I saw polluted mud, by the way. Where was that? Oh, it just says mud. Apparently mud can get polluted. Oh no, this is polluted mud. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, we need to stay focused on the things that we need. So the things that we need in the beginning of every game is we need to get our research up, which means we need metal, more than likely. I don't think they would have changed something like that. We need oxygen, which we clearly have it covered. There's so much polluted oxygen here, it's ridiculous. So we have those two things. Let's just start shaping out our base and let's start dropping stuff that we need. I almost forgot, we need bathrooms. Definitely the first thing that we need. I'm so distracted by everything that it's hard to pay attention to what we should be doing. Also, this is a new mic, by the way, and I tried to rebalance my audio levels, so if this peaks out or there's any bad audio issues... Oh man, speaking of bad, look at this! My base is flooded! Oh. Anyway, if there's any bad audio issues, I apologize. I still am getting the feel for this mic, so I'm sorry if it redlines or peaks out or anything like that. I think the old school thing used to say, apologies to headphone users, but I never thought that those were too bad. Unless you go from like 0 volume to like full volume, but I can only go so loud. Oh man, this is a disaster. A total disaster. Great start. Fantastic job. I just gotta say, fantastic job. Well, we can at least start getting power from these guys, so we'll just get it from the wild ones for now. Where are you going? Nice. Okay, interesting first day. Our base has flooded because I'm totally careless and not paying attention, so we're gonna have to dig ourselves out now. I think once I open this up, we'll have a nice flow of water into there, and then I'll mop all this up, and that'll be good, but my dupes cannot be happy with this whatsoever. I also changed the calorie overlay a little bit. There's no commas. Which, yes, that's very important, apparently. Okay, here we go. Now we should start getting some more water flow down here. This is still going to be pretty bad. I probably need to widen this. I can't believe this is my first concern, because I usually would never do something like this, but because I messed up so bad, this is just the situation we're in now. Alright, is there anything beyond here? Sandstone? What is this? A grub fruit plant. Oh man, we got some learning to do. This is crazy. I haven't felt this about Oxygen Not Included for years, so the fact that there's so much new stuff and I have no idea what I'm doing, that's really exciting. Alright, so we're getting some progress made. Maybe I can start mopping this up. No, there's too much. Maybe a little bit. Once you start like a little spot here, you can usually grow it in, because they'll start to just keep mopping forever until everything's gone, so... yeah, we might just be able to bottle all this, which I guess is good. There's a whole bunch of stuff melting over here. There's rust. What is this? A warp pipe? Both sides of this portal must be activated by a duplicant with the field research skill before it can be used. Oh, is this like a... I wonder if this is like transit tubes except for better. Because that would be awesome. Alright, we got some complaints about idleness. Let's stay on top of that. Keep these guys mopping. Let's start setting up some tiles just to round out our base a little bit. And we'll get our research up here in just a second. I don't want to put it somewhere down here because we need our carbon dioxide to settle somewhere. After the great polluted water devastation of 2020. I think we're good now. Where did the other one go? Wasn't there another plug slug? Is this... Oh, there are a bunch of them up here. Okay. This cobalt looks so weird. Yes, very insightful commentary, as usual. Apparently mud has, like, sand-like properties, so they'll just fall down if there's nothing underneath it, so that's good to know. Interesting. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be producing tonight. I was going to go for one kind of longer one, but I might break it up into a couple. Yeah. I'm going to try to play a bunch so that we can learn as much as possible and get pretty far pretty fast. So that's the idea. What is swamp chard? Apparently this is like a muckroot replacement is what it looks like. These things are weird. Alright, there are no beds. Interesting that it complains about it so actively now. I don't think I really care that much. I still need to get some other stuff up, so let's start getting up our power. Which we could apparently plug into these plug slugs. So I'm going to start putting, let's see. They're not going to be stuck over here, so I'm going to not use the plug slugs for right now. I'll use them in a bit. For now, I'm going to just start setting up regular power generation tools. And we need a research station, which is going to be over here. There we go. Let's hook them all up. I probably want to keep this swamp chard. I don't know how food is going to feel, so let's just keep those in there for right now. What keeps falling down? Or if I never dug that out. I don't understand what's happening with this. Probably just not paying enough attention. Keep digging down. What's around me? It's very cold, which is really interesting. And they've really kind of captured the feeling of like a really soppy mess. Whoa. Cool salt slush geyser. Interesting. Okay. Basically a cool slush geyser except for it's salt water. Doesn't change tremendously, but I see that and I am very excited because cool slush geysers are one of the best things in the whole game, so definitely want to keep that around. Oh, I forgot that this was mud. Okay, yeah, the mud's gonna fall. We ruined that other chard plant. Rest in peace, chard plant. Man, this is a total mess. Look at this disaster. All right. Let's get our research going. We always want to start with the same stuff, which is going to be farming. We need a reliable way to produce food, so I'm going to start with that. What is happening over here? Oxygen, food, ranching. Can I set up a queue? Is that what this is? Whatever. We'll worry about that later. I'm not that interested in that. All right. Send in dirt here, which we fortunately have plenty of. You know what I wonder? How rare is the dirt? And is it an objective to convert polluted dirt to regular dirt in this? Because composting was really not a big deal in the base version, which I guess we have to start calling it like oxygen not included vanilla, which is a really weird thing to say. Can I actually print more? No. How do I raise my population? Oh, maybe this is just 3 out of 3 total. Like, I could have 100 spread across a bunch. That's probably what it is. Let's see. What do we need? We need an operator. Is this person okay for an operator? Yeah, that's fine. Jason. We need a better name than that. Okay, Tiny Blump. Apparently my caps lock is on. Alright, so let's set priorities for these guys, which we probably should have done from the beginning, but we are very distracted. Let's get a digging skill set on you. That's pretty bad for being my primary one, but oh well. Operating on you. Okay. Let's keep digging. We're going to dig into polluted water once again, so I think I'm just going to keep trying to funnel this down as much as I can. So let's go ahead and dig a little pit like this, just to drain it down into there, which don't want to actually go through all the way, so let's do that. Oxygen sources coming up here. Composting. Yeah, I don't know if we need this. Let's see what these things take to grow, like these swamp chards. Oh, these are just like one-time food. Okay, I don't feel bad about digging that up earlier then. What's the actual food we need? We need these bog buckets, I think. Idle. What else would this be? It's probably always been there. So, okay, what does this need normally? This just needs polluted water, which we have a lot of. Or at least a decent amount. We don't have a lot. We don't need to go too crazy. We have a decent amount. We should try to live without it for as much as we can. Do we have any other seeds? Can I actually search for stuff? Like, I don't know how to use this menu yet. Saying I found new stuff. Okay. We get to seeds. Yeah, I guess we don't need this up all the time. This is kind of a better idea. Because, like, the right side of the screen would just become this big wall of text. So we have a couple of these. We have only one bog bucket seed. Which we should probably start farming here pretty soon, which means we're going to need a pump that has access to polluted water. So I'm going to start setting up a couple of water pits here. I'll just set them up on either side. Like, let me get this down a little bit further. 2, 3, 4 here. We need a wall. This is actually kind of a bad idea to do it right there. Let's do this. Cancel that, because that'll probably be a wall. And this one needs to be one more over. Our building tools are also pretty limited. For being this far out on the map and having dug out a reasonable amount, we have almost nothing to build with by comparison in the vanilla version. So yeah, okay, so we need to maintain... We have a ton of water that we could potentially produce, but this is all really cold, and I don't want to get overrun by that. So what we do have is a little bit of polluted water, not a lot. We don't really have a great source for it, I suppose. We have a great source for oxygen, so that's good. Let's see, I'm really curious what else is over here, but I need to get this water out of the way, which is pretty interesting. Once I have a little hole dug, I'm just going to do something, I don't know, maybe like that. Let me measure this out, just because I am very nitpicky about this kind of stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do something like this. There. And it'll just widen that pit over time. We don't need to focus on it too much, but I do want to get this water kind of out of the way so I can start exploring to the sides. Particularly over here. I'm interested in what's over here. Down here, I guess we can go to once we get all of our water out of the way. Okay, so we have mess tables, we have grills. The next thing we're going to want to do now that we have mess tables, we need decor and stuff like that for a great hall, which is what we need now. I don't have a lot of food, though, which means I probably need to plant it, like, right away. So let's go ahead and start doing some of that. Let's plant some of this up here. I could probably get to this seed pretty quickly, this bog bucket. I don't know how fast this grows. Needs to be in darkness. Typical temperature range, okay. Yeah, so start working on some of that. We'll get some seeds. Let me actually get to this before I flood this whole area. There's just little pockets of water everywhere. It's really annoying to try and dig through. Also, I have no idea how sickness works, so sickness may be way worse than I'm expecting, so we could just be running into, like, a really bad situation here. I should not have gone down this far. Yeah, go back up. And I want to do something like this. This doesn't indicate where the bottom is. Measure this out. Is that right? Yeah, there's going to be one here. 4. And 4. No, it needs to be one deeper. It's 4, 4, yeah, one deeper. This is just me being overly particular about this stuff. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, let's continue on our research. The next thing we want to research, we want to get up into Great Halls. We can start... What is this? A sugar engine? What in the world? Okay, anyway, let's start getting our stuff up for a Great Hall. which is going to require carbon dioxide engine. What is happening? There's so much crazy stuff here. All right, I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to get my decor so that I can actually plant something in there and get my Great Hall up. So let's go ahead and start researching that. These plug slugs I'll eventually start using, but I do want to put them like in a room, so I need ranching before I can do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. There probably is a better way to do that right now, but I'm just going to not pay attention to that, I guess. I also don't know what the movement pattern of these things is like if they could jump from here to here and then crawl along this ceiling or something. So no idea what we're dealing with there, so let's go ahead and plant that. I'm also not sure where I'm going to be putting this pump, and I think that you can selectively pump things out if there's liquids mixed together, so I think just doing that would be okay. Assuming that's the level I want to be on, yeah. Oh, I need to actually have them get access to this. That would definitely help. And I think this will be enough if I add the decor in there to get us ourselves a Great Hall, so we'll work on that. Okie dokie. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to limit these to about 30 minutes per video, just to split it up a little bit. No real reason behind that. I don't think I'm going to have very long breaks between the videos, so what I think I'm going to do, considering this is one of the very first ones, is in a few minutes we're going to stop, I'll cut, and then I will immediately start recording the next one, just to kind of break it up. I was thinking about doing like an hour-long first video, but I think I'm going to keep these to a set amount, to a set length, and then we can definitely just produce a whole bunch of them. And I won't be, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to sit here and play out the whole thing over videos, because that's going to be a lot of videos. It's going to take a long time. So I might just keep going until there's not really much interesting to look at or say, and then I'll take a little break, and then I'll come back as soon as I find some new stuff. So we just got our research done, by the way, so let's start getting up this advanced research. And I would not normally be digging this much in the early game. Not necessarily digging, but like shaping out water pits and stuff. But because there's so much water in my way, I kind of feel like I have to. So I can drain all this and just get it out of the way and get it under control. There are a lot of instances in which people will do that a little bit obsessively in the vanilla game, or the base game. I don't know what term is actually going to catch on, but whatever that is. And I don't find it to be a very compelling use of time most of the time, but this is an exception to that, where the water is just so in our way in most cases that we can't really expand until we take it under control. So that could be very deliberate. Is this growing? Yeah, okay. Whoa, our nutrients are getting really low. Okay, can we plant more of these? How long do they take to grow? They take like 6 cycles. So I have to seek around for a bunch of this swamp chard, which is fine. I should not have taken another dupe that early. I did not realize I'd be so low on food. So let's dig into here. Let's start getting some of these plants so that we have food for the next little while. Okay, we got the plant. We now have a water cooler, which is good. So we'll build this and that. And I'm going to not enable the use of this. I hope that they didn't patch out that kind of exploity part of this, because that's what enables you to get Great Halls so early and not use any water, because you don't have to feed it water, at least not in the vanilla game. So I hope that they still have that. Once we have that, let's go ahead and drop a whole bunch of furniture, mess tables. There we go. There's definitely a non-zero chance that while we are playing that we will get crashes. And if we get crashes, it'll just have to be part of the video, I suppose. So that'll be a little bit unpleasant, but it may happen. Just can sometimes be the reality of these. Ooh, I got another seed. Can sometimes be the reality of the... Oh no, why did I do that? I am going to flood myself again unless I hurry up and build. Someone hurry, I don't want to fill this up. I guess I'm going to have to anyway, so maybe it's not that bad. Okay, at least got it under control a little bit. At least we didn't dump it in our base like we did to start the game, so that's good. Alright, we're getting close to the 30 minutes here. I'm going to call it. I know for sure my next video is going to be a continuation of this run, and I will literally pause and save right now so that we pick up at the exact same spot. I'm going to save as so I know where we are. Sneezing Space Rock, post video 1. And we will pick up immediately after this. I'm just going to take a break, grab some water. I'll be back with another video here real quick. And if you are watching these as they come out, these will probably come out nearly the same time because they were filmed back to back. And I don't know how much further I'm going to go with this. So yeah, check out the next video. I'll see you there really soon.